Hey folks, welcome back to Skyward Sword. We're here in the Faron Woods, looking for Farore's Flame, now that we have Farore's Courage, a song for our harp that lets us find things like that. And this is, kind of how the next section of the game goes. We revisit the first 3 areas, searching for a flame. And a lot of people take issue with that, and I can understand why. People would rather see new areas, but instead you are meant to retraverse old areas with a couple new paths. Anyway, since I already know where the hidden little things are, let's just go here. You can douse for it, it won't take very long. Faron Woods isn't a very big area. So yeah, as you can see, even though the sound is different, you play it exactly the same as the other song, and that will hold true for all the rest of them too. And that's all there is to it. Find the trial gate, play your harp a little bit, and you will have access to a cool little area that will allow us to make good on our promise to gather the flames. So just strut up, pound it. And these are Silent Realms. Silent Realms are little mini objectives that you have to go through before you can get an item that will allow you to go after the flame. And these are basically tests by the goddess to make sure that we're actually qualified to help her. Because, you know, having the goddess sword and the spirit companion and helping Zelda and all that is not enough. Ever. And essentially, the objective of the Silent Realms is to fill up that spirit vessel, which is remarkably similar to the spirit vessel, or whatever it was called, in the wolf sections of Twilight Princess, where you would have to kill a bunch of bugs and fill up something that looked almost exactly like that. It's a little bit of a conspiracy, I don't know. But anyway, for this, we need to collect tears of the goddesses, in this case, Farore. There are however many scattered around, I don't know, 20, something like that. 14. 15, probably. But, yeah, scattered around the main area of the area, basically. You will find 15 of them, and gotta find them all. But, of course, it's not just that simple. There are guardians all around here, and if you either take too long in between collecting tears, or activate a certain number of other conditions, they will wake up and try to kill the fuck out of you. And basically that means if you get caught, you have to restart the entire thing. It's a stealth section, and some people hate them, some people like them. We'll see how my disposition goes. Yeah, as you can see, he's running up to kill him, and yep. Collecting a tear will reset them back to calm. So now, it's not a bad idea to scope out the area and, like, intentionally fail once just so you know what's happening. These things, the little white little seeds, will create beacons at every tier, which is very, very useful. They last for about, I think, 15 seconds. I see those guys with spotlights. If you are within that spotlight, people will wake up and they will try to kill you. They, I think, are one of the most dangerous obstacles, I guess, in the Silent Realms, I would say. And then you can see that water down there. That is like, I don't know, a pool of awakening. I don't know what they actually call it. But that will likewise cause things to wake up. Anyway, something I neglected to mention when we were crafting. Oh yeah, demonstration, by the way. Yeah, something I neglected to mention while we were crafting items in the side quest episode a couple days ago. Dusk relics, those purple relics that'll look a lot like amber relics, one of which I just picked up, are only available in the Silent Realms. So the upgrade that I got using them, which I think was like the upgraded slingshot, would not be available at the time that I got it, but whatever, man. Just feel contractually obligated to mention now that I'm aware. Anyway, since Faron Woods is basically laid out in that circular manner, it's fairly easy to just go around in a loop, collect most of them, and then figure out which ones you accidentally missed. And by the way, you don't want to be going after this one if you're low on time, because it can be a little stressful when dudes are like maybe possibly about to kill you, and you're on a tightrope. Anywho, this, I kind of understand the logic of reusing the area, like, that you've already explored for these, because, you know, now you are familiar with the area and kind of know its ins and outs a little better, and that'd be better than forcing you to learn a completely new area and expecting you to go through this very stressful task when you don't know anything about the place. But at the other end of the spectrum, on the other hand, it may very well have been laziness. Anyway, as you can see, there's sometimes a tide with the water, and sometimes you're not aware that the water might be there, so you'll, like, be running along, and then BAM! Water appears, and you're like, how was I supposed to know that? And, well, you do it by trial and error, kind of, and that's, yeah. But it's not like it's ruthless. You will very rarely have a pool of water right next to a guardian who will kill you immediately. I can't think of any situations like that. So you always have a chance to run around with your head cut off and be scared. Anyway, we only have one left, and it's gotta be around here somewhere. Usually having the one left is the most frustrating part, because you're on a time limit. You may or may not know where it is. You may or may not have already used up the beacon seeds, which I'll call them. But luckily, it's right over there. This is fairly easy as the trial gates go. The other ones are a little trickier, I would say. So yeah, now that we've collected all 15 or whatever, we will no longer run out of time for not collecting one certain amount of time. As you can see, the meter there isn't going down. We can still wake up the Guardians if we do something stupid, though. So don't do that. And ta-da, we got the Water Dragon Scale. And this will allow us to finally actually swim underwater, and it's amazing, and it's wonderful. It's reminiscent of the Zora scales from the Ocarina of Time, which allowed us to dive further. And that's that. I can just feel the joy radiating from you, Fee. You know, you'd think that having a hidden flame somewhere in here would be dangerous. It's a forest, after all. But anywho, now that we can swim, we can access new areas here, and that will allow us progress. Yeah, just in case you didn't make the connection. Use new items to get to new places. Anyway, you'll remember that there is in fact water over here. And you may remember, if I pointed it out, there are passages under here that will allow us to go inside the tree. Notably that one right there. And now, swimming underwater, I never found too many issues with it. It is motion plus controlled. But I mean, I think it works pretty well. Unless you're severely decalibrated, if that's even the right word, you shouldn't have much issue. It's not as fast paced as flying, so it's more lenient, and you'll never have to do something any like really difficult underwater. Anywho, inside the great tree, we have this little swinging puzzle here. Barely even a puzzle, pretty easy to figure out. But goddamn if I don't have trouble with it. Anyway, we got the explodey fish. My favorite way is to use the slingshot on him. Just find that a lot easier than trying to knock him around with the gust bellows, even though you'll be using it anyway. And unfortunately, no good way of eliminating that guy from long range at this point. No bow at this point, so. Anyway, use the gust bellows to cause these things to move back and forth. And then screw that up. Hooray. So yeah. Probably would have been advantageous to try to jump to the side of him and then have a mortal combat kind of scenario on this small plank, but nope. I just had to be stylish and it didn't work out. And now we can climb around the outside. But as you can see, Goddess Cube, look at that Goddess Cube. And Goddess Cube takes priority over progress, of course, always. And that means I have to go all the way back around, isn't that wonderful? I'm not going to show you all that, am I? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'll cut out the inside portion. Okay, we are outside. And grab that heart, because we can do that now. And now it's just a matter of traversing the outside, which means lots of vine grabbing, a couple plant life endeavors, spiders, got always the spiders. Shake it off. Yeah, again, this is probably the closest we'll get to something really resembling a stamina climbing puzzle. Since those spiders will latch onto you and suck up your stamina if you let them. And you don't want them to do that, so don't let them do that, kill them. Kill them all. And yeah, as you can see, the main appeal of the scatter shot is essentially you don't have to aim as precisely, especially with spiders like this, because they're a small target and it's a weird angle. Oh god, bees. Yeah, if you try to go that upper route without knocking down the hive, they will, in fact, wreck up your shit. And back inside the tree once again, and hello, look, Fatty McFattykins. Now, actually, at the time of doing this, I did not know the intended way of defeating these guys. There's actually an incredibly stylish way of defeating them that does not involve cutting up their shield. You're supposed to just run up them, and you'll, like, literally run up them and go up the other side and fall down and just bypass them, but alas, I was not aware of that. Even though that was totally the intention. So instead, I'm doing this wonderful parrying maneuver. Now beware, if you fall off here, I'm fairly sure you will fall back down to the first section of the inside the tree, because I believe it's part of the same map, and that's no good. You don't want that. Also, they can fall on you. I'm pretty sure I did that once in a test run. And even higher up, as you can see, as we're getting up there, we're getting nicer views of various locales. Like the waterfalls over there, and trees, and mountains, and more trees, and bokoblins. Bokoblins, what are you even doing up here? Why are you here? Yeah, as you can see, I'm really trying to get my money's worth out of that scatter shot. I really think Skyward Strike would have served me better. Bokoblins are getting more durable. I don't think they would have been one-shotted anymore, but still. Man, keys. Look at all these keys. Why are they, like, in broad daylight? Oh, that's unfortunate. Sorry, keys. Anyway, Mr. Bug to the rescue. As you can see, did brief speed up there. I'm sure I'll demonstrate it, the true nature of Mr. Bug's upgrade at some point in the future. Anyway, yeah, don't fall down there. Not really good at this point. Mysterious. Looks like a place you would jump off, but there's no reason to. At this point. Master, I'm explaining the audio hint to you. I mean, it's not that you even need to look for the thing creating the sound. The cutscene will do it for you. So I don't really see why Fee even needed to explain that. Anyway, yeah, this Kikwi dude is a pretty cool dude. As you can see, he's old, and old dudes are cool. But he's also one of those people who acknowledges that you're in hero mode, and because he usually tells you exactly how to progress, he will say, "Hey, you're on hero mode. Do you want me to just not explain it so you can get on with your life?" But of course, for the sake of the video playthrough, I will be having him explain it. It's going up on the internet. Oh, get it, it's a funny because it's a reference to Zelda 1, and it's, yeah. So yes, sirree doodle, we need to find this water dragon, of whom we have the scale, I assume. Now, if you've played a Zelda game, you recognize that symbol on the door and what's missing. But for those who have not played it, you have to seek out the complete symbol somewhere in this area in the Faron Woods, and then complete the symbol on the gate. And honestly, even if you don't know what the symbol is from having not played any of the games, I would say it's pretty obvious what it is. Like, it seems like it would be pretty clear from an aesthetic standpoint. But yeah, complete symbol can be seen there. And you want it to be completed over there, down on the south. Unfortunately, I believe you do actually need to talk to this guy before you can progress, even if you already know what to do. Persnickety, he says. Alright, good to go. We know what we must do. And go for it, Link. Go for it. Oh god, why are you not... Okay. Why wasn't he falling stylishly? I don't know. But anyway, since like I already know what the symbol is, and you'll see it when I draw it, I'm not going to bother going for the actual thing that you're supposed to look at to figure it out. So kill that guy and move along with my life. You're taking a very long time, Link. I'm impatient. I have things to do. I have other episodes to commentate over. I think I was actually a little lost at this point. Like, I didn't quite remember clearly what I was supposed to do, or where I was going. Because I have a very bad sense of direction, as you may or may not know. But yeah, follow this path, and head up. You'll remember it. It was one of the first areas that we saw when we went to Faron Woods the first time. But yes, sir, doodle to draw on this guy, to doodle on it, so to speak. Charge up your Skyward Strike, if you would, Link. Okay, fine. Oh yeah, Mr. Bug, Explorador, Extraordinaire. You can grab that thing. Anyway, charge up your Skyward Strike, and let's draw. And the missing part is a little circle over here, basically, and it's fairly loose about what it will accept. So, and there's no drawback for screwing up. That was the idea, Fee. That was the plan. That's why we're going there. Whatever. Anyway, we are now here at Lake Floria, and we will be seeking out the water dragon. But anyway, that takes care of that for now, and I'll see you guys next time.